What's going on, FG fam, and welcome to another episode of the New York Knicks franchise MyNBA on NBA 2K21 NextGen, as the Knicks hosting the Cleveland Cavaliers to start off this episode. Cavaliers with Garland, Quickly, Okoro, Jackson Jr., and Bagley. It is a very new-look Cleveland Cavalier team. They have made some big additions, and the key matchup will be how Marvin Bagley and Jarrett Allen go up against each other. Two big-time rebounders in the league. Bagley more of a scoring center than Allen is, at least this season for their respective teams, and Bagley wins the tip-off, and the Cavaliers will start with it. Make sure you drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel for the love of franchise content. That's what we do here. We can build a winner together. Jaren Jackson Jr. kicks it outside. Darius Garland. Garland trying to get inside, and he will make the shot just outside the paint. 2-0 Cavs. Here's Garland for a three later on, and he scores the first 5 points of the game. Cavs up 5. Here's Obi Toppin outside the arc. He gets it over to Kira Lewis for 3, and a nice assist from Obi Toppin. 5-3 ball game in this first quarter. Kira Lewis playing very, very well this season. There's a big 3 for the Cavs. They take the 5-point lead. They're up 8-3. Emmanuel Quickly, the former Knick, with a nice take and a nice lay-in, making it 10-3. Here is Colin Sexton for 3, and he will nail it. 3-ball good, 10-6. Now later on, 10-8. Emmanuel Quickly stops, pops, gets the bucket to go. It's 12-8 in favor of Cleveland. Here's Kira Lewis passing over to Kaliko. That's what we call him here in New York, and that's a big 3 for Kaliko to make it a 1-point game. Still in favor of the Cleveland Cavs. Here's Jaren Jackson Jr. He makes it a 3-point game at 14-11. 3:39 on the clock in the first quarter. In comes Colin Sexton on a nice take off the glass. Beautiful kiss. Make it a 1-point game once more. Now a 3-point game again. In comes Brooks, and Tyler Brooks with a nice play, making it 16-15. 18-15 later on. Cavs with it, and Bagley gets his own board and gets the dunk to make it a 5-point game in favor of Cleveland. Here's Carter Galt from beyond the arc, and he gets it to go, drawing the Knicks back within 2. 1:06 to play in the first quarter. Carter Galt with it. He's going to pass it to a corner 3 for Juice Manley. And the rookie with the 3, giving the Knicks a 21-20 lead. Final shot of the first quarter's Juice Manley, and he gets that one to go with 0.6 of a second left. And that will take us at the end of 1. Knicks take the lead into the quarter break. We'll be back. 24-20. 25-22, and there's a dunk from Porter Jr. to draw the Cavs within 1 point to start off this second quarter scoring. Here's Kira Lewis from beyond the arc for 3. Knicks, definitely a team that lives and dies by the 3-point shot. 7:14 to go in the half. Corner 3 there is good. And a very nice shot for Graham to make. And right around Graham goes Okoro, and a big dunk to get the Cavs back within 3. Nice passing inside to Garland. He gets the Cavs within 1 point. Midway through the second quarter, there's a nice 3-ball from the corner again. Knicks take a 4-point lead. In comes Colin Sexton, goes with the right hand underneath the bucket. Nice play, nice take. 6-point lead for the Knicks. Here's another nice take, and that one does ring around the rosy, in for the former Knick, Elfrid Payton. Now the pass over to Juice Manley from deep. 3:47 to go. It's a 7-point lead Knicks. 2:17 in the half. Here's Okoro, and nice moves inside. He's able to get a nice inside bucket. 5-point lead. Here's a wide open shot for Clarkson, and he gets it to go. A 3-ball to draw the Cavs back within 2. Jarrett Allen kicks it outside to Galt, over to Juice Manley for 3. And this man can hit from just about anywhere on the court. 42-37, the lead for the Knicks. Clarkson just biding his time before he gets that lay-in. 39-42. Cavs within 3. 38 seconds to go in the half. Carter Galt biding his time and shooting up the 3. It goes. Nice shot for Carter Galt, make it a 45-39 lead for the Knicks with 25 seconds remaining in the half. Nice pass inside to Elfrid Payton. He gets that to go. 45-41 is your score. And the Knicks with it. Carter Galt from deep. He gets another 3-ball to drop. 48-41, a 7-point game in favor of the Knicks. Last shot for the Cavs does not go, and that will take us into halftime. New York Knicks with a 48-41 lead over the visiting Cleveland Cavaliers. Juice Manley's made a lot of shots. We'll be right back. Juice Manley and his 4 3-balls have him as a top performer on the Knicks after half number 1, 12 points. They lead 48-41, shooting a percentage less than the Cavaliers. Rebounds are tied. Assists are pretty close to the same, so pretty even matchup outside of the extra 3 balls from the Knicks. And the Knicks will start with it in the second half. They will start the third quarter off. Here comes Colin Sexton up the floor. And Sexton trying to run a little play here. Going to get it over to Allen. Allen going to move to his right. Give it to Lewis. Kira Lewis off of the screen coming in. And the lay-in is no good. But Kaliko, and that's intercepted. Kaliko did get the rebound. It was intercepted. Wide open in the corner for Quickly. And he nails the 3. And that's how the second half scoring opens up. Kira Lewis, though, on his next lay-in is good. Nice take from him. 50-44 is the score, and here's Quickly with the dunk on the other end. 4-point lead for the Knicks. Here's Jared Allen, and Allen looking to get inside. He's going to pass it out to Kira Lewis for 3, and he gets a facial on his man, the defender there. Jaren Jackson Jr. going for the 3. He gets it on the other end. We got a 4-point game. Lewis out to Obi Toppin for 3. And he nails it as well. 56-49, a 7-point lead. Okoro for 3. It is 3-ball central. Back and forth 3-pointers. Here's Brooks. He's going to try a hand at his own. He gets it to go with 4:02 left in the third. And the 8-point lead in favor of the Knicks. Here's Clarkson. That's inside the arc. A mid-ranger danger shot. Make it a 6-point lead for New York. Here's Obi Toppin for 3. The Knicks onslaught of 3-pointers does not stop. Another 3-pointer there. 67-58 and a nice take by Carter Galt. He makes it 69-58. 11 points for him on the evening. Here's Garland. Nice take. A lot of nice takes, a lot of nice 3-balls. 9-point lead for the Knicks. They have 69 points. Nice. Here's a good take again for Cleveland. Darius Garland's been a big part of their point scoring. 15 points for him tonight. There's Obi Toppin from the corner for 3. He gets that one to go. Jaren Jackson inside the paint. Doesn't get it to go, but he gets his own board and the putback to get that one live. Now, last shot of the third quarter. Juice Manley up for 3. That time he doesn't get it to go. And the Knicks will go into the fourth quarter holding a 6-point lead, 72-66. We'll be back after this at the Garden. And back to start the fourth quarter, and it will be Cleveland who will take it up. Elfrid Payton with it, the former Knick. And Juice Manley in coverage. There's a beautiful pass and a nice dunk. And Cleveland starts off the scoring in the fourth. Juice Manley from deep, though, makes it a 7-point lead for New York. Here's Manley again with it. He's going to jack up another triple, and he gets it to go. Manley, possible career high in points for him tonight. Here's Emmanuel Quickly inside, gets it to go, and the foul on Colin Sexton. The end one is good. 7-point lead. There's a nice shot and a long 2 for Garland. He has over 20 points tonight. Here's Sexton. Sexton backing up outside the arc, making the 3, and it will go in eventually. Looked like it wanted to come out for a second, but an 8-point lead for New York. Inside pass to Bagley. Bagley, nice moves on the interior post, and still a 6-point game. Very close. Here's Kira Lewis. Lewis passes outside to Sexton for 3, make it a 9-point game as the Knicks try to assert themselves here in this fourth quarter. Quickly, though, gets it back on the other end, and the dueling three balls make it a closer game. Okoro hits a 3. It's now just a 3-point game as the Knicks call time. Colin Sexton, player of the game in this one. He has made a lot of shots, a lot of nice kisses off the glass as well, especially on some of his three balls. Here is Sexton with the ball. Speaking of him, he misses this one. Obi Toppin, though, with the board and the putback second chance points. Here comes Kira Lewis wide open up the lane. And a beautiful take from Kira. Now a 9-point game. Here's Colin Sexton on the take, and the Knicks asserting themselves in the final 3 minutes of this fourth quarter. Kaliko from deep. He gets it to go. 95-83 New York. In comes Garland. He stops, he pops, he gets it to go, but under a minute to play in a 10-point deficit. A lot to overcome for Cleveland. In comes Sexton. He gets it. Beautiful take. 100-90 ends up being the final score at Madison Square Garden as the New York Knicks get the win at home over the new-look Cleveland Cavaliers. You got to give them a lot of credit. They looked pretty good today, and they are a solid squad. We will be seeing them in the future, I'm sure. They are possibly playoff bound. It depends. They're near the bottom half of the playoff-bound Eastern Conference. Colin Sexton led us with 23 points, 6 rebounds today. He had an assist and 2 steals. Kira Lewis had 18 points, 3 boards, 6 assists. 18 points for Juice Manley in just 11 minutes of play. He had 3 boards as well. 6 of 14 shooting. Obi Toppin had 13 points, 7 boards, and an assist in his 29 minutes. Carter Galt, 11 points in his 14 minutes. He had 5 assists as well. And Kaliko, very near a double-double, 8 points, 9 boards. He had himself a good game. Brooks with 5 points and 4 for Graham, 7 boards for Allen. He did not score tonight, though. Oyen had 3 boards, and Cecil Gordon had a couple boards. For Cleveland, Darius Garland led them with 22 points, 4 assists. Quickly had 17 points, 4 boards. 14 points, 5 boards, 3 assists for Jaren Jackson Jr. 10 points, 5 boards, 4 assists for Isaac Okoro. 9 points, 2 boards, 2 assists for Jordan Clarkson. So the Cleveland Cavaliers did not have enough in the tank to get the win against the New York Knicks. Marvin Bagley, 6 points, 10 boards. So he did outplay Jarrett Allen, if that's what you were looking to see, but it didn't equate to a win. As we move into a San Antonio Spurs game, we try to see if we're going to be able to jump into this one. Spurs, big lead at the half, definitely outplaying us, but come back in the second and the fourth. Is it enough to jump in on, though? 3:11 to go, not really worth jumping in at this point. Ooh, a 4-point game. That is indeed worth jumping in, so we'll see what we can get done here. Now just a 2-point game. Colin Sexton ties it with a dunk. And Colin Sexton, he has been on fire the last few games. Now 1:40 to play. Here's DeJounte Murray, and he gets the nice take on the stop and pop just outside the paint on the baseline. 106-104. Here comes Colin Sexton again, though. He gets the one-handed dunk this time. Tie ball game. Under a minute to play. Carter Galt for 3. He hits. And the Knicks lead it by 3. Thanks to Carter Galt. Here's DeJounte Murray, though, right around Carter Galt. If only he could play a lick of defense. 1-point game. DeJounte Murray, 16 points thus far. Here's Walker the 4th. He is driving inside tough, and he gets the points. San Antonio with a 2-point lead. 16.9 left. Giannis, of course, the player of the game. He had 19 points tonight, 8 of 17 shooting. Not his best shooting night, though. 16.9 seconds to go. Here's Colin Sexton. He will have an opportunity to take the final shot. If it's him that they elect to take the final shot with, we will see. Here comes Colin Sexton inside the arc. Now going back outside the arc. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. He is going to stop, pop. He was open, and he can't hit for the win. Colin Sexton takes the final shot. It does not drop. and the Knicks end up losing at the Garden to the San Antonio Spurs by just 1 point. 110-109. Colin Sexton, 22 points in the game. 2 assists, 3 steals. Obi Toppin had 18, 6 boards, an assist, and 3 steals. 18 as well for Carter Galt. 13 for Kira Lewis. He had 5 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals. 13 points, 8 boards for Jared Allen. And 11 points in just 10 minutes off the bench for Juice Manley. He provides really nice minutes off the bench. 10 boards for Kaliko in that one. Giannis had 19 and 14. 19 for Jones. 16 for DeJounte Murray. 15 for Devin Vassell. 11 for Walker the Fourth for the Spurs tonight. And we move to a game against the Denver Nuggets. Also a home game. We haven't seen a game against the Denver Nuggets in a bit. Looks like we had a 2-point lead after one, a 1-point deficit at half, and then a nice lead in the third, which we carried all the way through the game. Colin Sexton throws up 31 points, 30 points for Obi Toppin to go with 6 boards, 5 assists, 12 and 14 for Jared Allen, Kaliko 4 and 5 with 2 assists and 2 steals as well. So, all in all, a pretty good game. Jokic had 27, 17, and 9 for the Nuggets. 26 for Michael Porter Jr., 11 for Ilyasova was up there in points as well. But the Knicks take down the Nuggets. We move to the Orlando Magic game. Let's see, Travion Graham is injured, but he is playing anyway, so we'll see. 5-point deficit after 1, but we took a lead at the half. Then it got a little bit close, and then the Magic pulled away in the fourth quarter. They get the win. Colin Sexton, 27 points, 6 boards, 21 for Obi Toppin, 7 boards, 4 assists, 14 points for Jared Allen. Kaliko had 8 points, so did Juice Manley. And looking at the Orlando Magic, 42 points for Cole Anthony. He had 6 boards, 6 assists to go with that. 24 points for Evan Fournier, 18 for Vucevic. Tough to beat a team when you're giving up 42 points to their star. So now we go into a game against the Atlanta Hawks, and looks like we had a nice, comfortable lead. We won the first, second, and third quarters. They start to come back a little bit in the fourth quarter, though, and this game, very much worth jumping in. We have a 1-point deficit. Possibility we lose this game after leading it pretty much the entire time. Here's Colin Sexton on the take, and he will miss, but a foul by Huerter is going to give him 2 shots. So Colin Sexton has been the player of the game thus far. 33 points, 11 of 23 shooting. He made both free throws, but look at this. You can't stop a guy like Trae Young if he's going to make off-balance threes like that. But it is a 2-point game. Still a chance here for the Knicks. Colin Sexton looking to drive inside. Instead, he passes it over to Brooks. Brooks trying to drive inside now, and they're going to pass it out. Obi Toppin with it. Will Toppin shoot? Toppin going to shoot. That was just inside the arc. He could not get that to fall. And the Knicks will lose in Atlanta 120-118. They blew it in the fourth quarter here in Atlanta. Atlanta, a very good team in the Eastern Conference. Maybe we'll see them in the playoffs. Maybe not. We'll have to find out. 35 points, 5 boards, 5 assists for Trae Young. Onyeka Okongwu with 23 points, 4 boards. Those were the 2 main stars for the Hawks tonight. 33 points, 4 assists for Colin Sexton. He had a great game. Carter Galt had 18 points in 19 minutes. He played very well as well. Jared Allen had 7 points, 11 boards. Looking at the standings, the Knicks, the 1 seed over the Bulls by 3 games right now. So the Knicks kind of comfortable in that Eastern Conference 1 seed area. We'll see. The Hawks, not currently in the playoff race, but that doesn't mean they can't get themselves there. The Pelicans are a whopping 32-8. They have been absolutely incredible all season. And as you move all the way towards the bottom, the Jazz, Warriors, and Lakers, actually the bottom team in the Western Conference. So, we move into March. We will maybe play that Rocket game. That might be the game we open next episode with. Let me know what you think of that in the comment section below. What do you think of this Knicks team? How far do you think they can go in the playoffs? Obviously, they're the 1 seed, so let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section below. Make sure you drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. For the love of franchise content, it's literally what we do here. If you want to see some more franchise, click right here to see some more franchise.